Well, you've got to, you have two different tracks between when you're comparing working for a corporation or a not-for-profit and when you're talking about an agency. Uh, the one thing that's common to all of them is that there has to be a professional knowledge base. In an agency, you not only have to have the professional knowledge base, but you have to have management know-how and the experience for running a business, for managing a business, and hopefully making a profit. I think the two are not inconsistent. I think that some people who were very successful as leaders in public relations firms could go into the corporate world and also be a leader there. I think vice versa. But some people in the corporate not-for-profit world, I think, may not have the entrepreneurial drive that some people in the agency field has. I think there's a shortage of leaders generally, and I have the impression that the times make leaders. Challenging times make more leaders than times that are not challenging. I think that periods of great prosperity probably work against identifying as many leaders and as many really outstanding leaders as times of adversity. So I think that people rise to the occasion and that there's an ebb and a flow of leaders. If you look at, college football or professional football, the coaches, head coach usually is the leader, and you get all kinds of people. You can get people like Lou Holtz, who was a screamer. You can get a Bear Bryant, who was a very calm individual, and both of them turned out a superior product. Leadership is manifest in different ways, and I think leaders have their different styles. Some, lead by totally by example. The other lead with the carrot and the stick. It depends on the individual. The book that was written by David McCulloch on the Lewis and Clark expedition was one of the greatest examples of leadership that I know about. Lewis and Clark, particularly William Meriwether Lewis, took about 55 men and crossed the country that no one had ever been through, no European-type Americans had ever been through, explored it, went all the way to the Pacific Ocean, came back, did not lose a single individual. And he was able to feed those people. He was able to make peace with the Indians along the way. They got into a number of difficult spots, which he was able to negotiate his way out of. I think that was probably one of the great examples of leadership, and it's told superbly in that book. I think the two most important things that younger people who are entering the field can do is first start building a network. That process should begin in a perfect world in high school and continue through college, continue through the various jobs that a person has. And building a network is not really an easy thing to do. It takes work because you have to be in contact with people. But the identification of the people you want to be associated with is a real art, because some of those people are going to end up in very influential places that will be able to assist you in your career or supporting you in what you do. I think the second thing is to acquire as broad a base of knowledge as one can, and the best way I know to do that is to read, and to be a voracious reader, not only of newspapers and magazines, but of books. I think that it is not enough today to be successful in public relations to be just highly knowledgeable about public relations and communications. I think one must have a knowledge base that makes that person, male or female, a specialist in a given field of activity, whether it be business or science or medicine, technology. And someone has got to bring more to the table than being a good public relations person using public relations skills. They have to have a basic knowledge of the business in which they are working with.